Aloha, y'all. It is Friday, Freya's Day, Freya, named after her. It is also esoterically a Venus ruled day. The sun is in Scorpio, 15 degrees, the moon, Gemini, 14 degrees. It's the 7th of November. I'll reference the astrology as we go. A lot going on as per usual. Venus has actually entered Scorpio. So that's a whole new vibe. We feeling. The cards I pulled for the day, the Page of Cups, and this deck is the Princess, but the Page of Cups with a clarifier of the Eight of Swords, and the Fairy wild card for today, the Friday Fairy Oracle, is the Singer of Courage. So let's get into what that all means. If you are a water sign, i.e. a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, you are a cup, the waters of intuition and the moods, the feels, right? Fluidity of that. And this is the airy part of water, the mental, curious, playful, naive, immature at worst, part of emotions, intuitions, right? Sensitive and creative, open to psychic transmissions with Venus now having entered Scorpio. We are definitely loving psychic stuffs. Unique perspective, a dreamer, North Node in Pisces, Saturn and Neptune conjunct retrograding in Pisces. It's like, how do we take our dreams and make sense of them? How do we ground it, right? So on page 76, Princess of Cups, I offer you artistic beauty. A gentle, delicate being, Jupiter in Cancer, the Princess of Cups is finely tuned to the watery world of emotions. Perhaps naively, she wants to believe that a utopia is possible, a world that is abundant with love, light, and peace. Moon and Gemini, let's play. Everybody gets, to have fun. There's no entropy. There's no rules. It's like a girl at Burning Man on mushrooms saying, I'll be here forever, and I don't have to worry about money or eating. When she discovered the world could be a dark and deadly realm, Saturn conjunct that Neptune, retrograding, and now, Mercury and Sag, Mars and Sagittarius conjunct that, the bigger truth, right? When she discovers the world can be a dark and deadly realm, the shock reverberates deeply into the core of her being until it's almost unbearable. Chiron and Aries. How can human beings commit such acts of negligence, hatred, and terror? How can they embody such anger and ill will? Her bandaged eyes symbolize the unwillingness to witness the suffering. Instead, she must look inwards. Her strategy is to develop a fantasy world populated by gentle, radiant beings and creatures who are continually moved to love, support, and nurture one another. A world where love is given and received unconditionally, and all forms of life are affirmed and cared for. Jupiter in Cancer, North Node in Pisces. How can we take care of everybody with our hearts? As a child of the spirit world, where everything is evolving to its purest potential, she is able to commune with this vast domain of knowledge and accumulated karmic wisdom that, for the most, remains unconscious. She therefore lives in both worlds and can be a powerful messenger using the perceptive nature and sensitivity to visualize and evoke the archetypal transitions and journey that we all face in life in an endeavor to come home and become whole. Sun in Scorpio, right? Venus now in Scorpio. We love digging deep here. When we allow the hurts and challenges of life to make us more inspiring, more loving, and more beautiful human beings, we are walking the most miraculous path, the holy path, if you want to put it, the holy mountain path. North Node in Pisces. This is the alchemical game, Moon and Gemini, Uranus and Gemini, the alchemical game of transforming our burdens, the ball and chain of life we carry, into radiant possibilities. Sun in Scorpio, Venus now in Scorpio, Moon in Gemini, the alchemical game. To not allow ourselves to be soured by sadness or held in withering grasp of regret is a constant practice and one worth fully taking on. I should just say my girlfriend woke me up in the middle of the night and was like, somebody hit your car and ran, hit and run. It's probably totaled. I got to deal with that today. How do I not let, that sour my vibration, even though it's very inconvenient and I don't want to deal with that on economic, mental, whatever, all the levels. It's like, God damn it. Simultaneous, it's like, how exciting, how interesting, if I can kind of gaslight myself there. Right, so to not allow ourselves to be soured by sadness or held in the withering grasp of regret is a constant practice and one worth fully taking on. This, Mars and Mercury conjunct Sagittarius. How can you find the higher truth, the silver lining in all this? This card invites you to consider how a complaint, when looked at from a different creative angle, is transformed into a rich form of guidance. So being sensitive and creative and open to psychic transmissions, unique perspective, and a dreamer. The clarifying card we're getting is the Eight of Swords, this Lisa Frank unicorn kind of fantasy island, right? But the swords are for these air signs. If you're a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius, you're a sword. It's about the mind, and this is about like the restriction of the mind. Like what happens when your mind is like, I'm stuck. I can't do this. On page 136, I use what restricts to expand. How am I going to use this car accident to expand? It's going to be my alchemical game to play. 8 of Swords, exploring the realm of constriction and how that frees you. How am I going to get around as much without a car? Power of Surrender. I've got to just go with the flow. Grand Water Trine. Freedom is a state of mind. Moon in Gemini. Become a catalyst for transformation. Venus in Scorpio. Sun in Scorpio. We can alchemize all things, including inconveniences and hurts and hangups. They're not always what we want, right? And we can be like, oh, this hurts so badly, and I didn't expect this. And it's like, we're going to have to rise through it. It's like breaking your arm. A cast sucks. You didn't want to hurt your arm to begin with, but now a cast really sucks, and it's going to actually make your situation better in the long run, even though it's restrictive, right? So how can we use what expands our consciousness to fantasize in a better way, basically, given the circumstances? It reminds me a little of V for Vendetta, the scene where she's kind of daydreaming about the girl's toilet paper notes, right? So the fairy card, the last card, the wild card, is number 8, the Singer of Courage. So let's get into what that means. All right, courage is a state of mind. To have courage doesn't mean you have no fear. It means you're moving through it in spite of the fear. Page 66, number 8, the Singer of Courage. Bravery, sublimation of fear. That's like alchemical term, sublimation. The sublimation of fear, moral strength. Someone once said that courage is not the absence of fear, but that which enables us to experience fear and not be stopped by it. It is also what enables us to do what we believe to be right, even when there is pressure from others around us to do otherwise. It is what enables us to go ahead into the unknown or the perilous, where there are no guarantees of safety or security. Within each of us, there is a terrified inner mouse, and there is the brave inner hero. Either part of us can take over from the other. Moon and Gemini. It's like there's a duality here. We get to choose which is in charge. The mouse is a magician with only one trick. It casts an illusion that is as big as an elephant. Then fear nearly overwhelms us. Fear is the mind killer, right? 8 of Swords. But we still have a choice. Learning to live with and manage the reactive animal within involves transforming emotions like rage and fear into courage through self-discipline, and the help of the Singer of Courage is going to, it's going to help that. Most people have decided by the age of 3 or 4 what they must do in order to survive. From this decision, this belief about how the world is, and everything is basically beliefs and definitions, and permission slips, most of our fears and self-limitations grow. Have we the courage to discover and break through these limiting beliefs? Venus and Scorpio. Can we dig deep and aliven to infinite possibilities, awakening to greater possibilities, like I just said, and go for our objectives? We need to transcend our fear and accept the gift of courage. So I think the idea here is we find out that not all that glitters is gold. Look at all that glittering stuff. This is the girl at Burning Man saying, I just want to party all day. I want to rock and roll all night and party every day. It's like, oh my gosh, you mean I've got to pay bills? And it's like, actually, can you use your creative imagination at the job you hate or whatever to make it a game, right? It's almost like Neo in the Matrix, where it's like, are you going to trust? Are you going to have courage listening to the voice, your guide, higher guide, Morpheus? Leave the office, Mr. Anderson, right? It's like you're naive. You don't know what's going on. There's guys coming to get you. You're going to have to use some, rules in the Matrix to get out of the Matrix. Use what restricts to expand, right? And that takes courage. So hopefully this has resonated. If it has, obviously tag somebody or share it because they probably will dig it too. Hit me up for a reading. I love giving them. People love getting them. It's 5-star reviews. It's top shelf shit. For an hour of cards, like 10 cards, it is $50 for 3 hours of astrology to get a blueprint of your RPG character data sheet, basically what you've asked to incarnate as. It's $150 for 3 hours, and if it's your birthday, it's half off on either or both of those. And if you refer somebody to me, you get half off on a card reading for yourself. So plenty of ways to save if you see that as an option as well. So enjoy your Freya's Day. Wish me luck with my banged up car, probably totaled, but I gotta check that out. And try not to let fear and innocence overwhelm you. Despite the circumstances, you can walk the rainbow bridge and become, and look how resonant the symmetry is there. You can make it. Like, we're all here to dream, and that means nightmares as well as joyful ones, and it's all good. So on that note, enjoy your Freya's Day. I'll catch you on the flip side. Adios.